How to keep a Sigma male hooked. In the last part, we discussed about how to get a Sigma male addicted. That was more about first impressions and new relationships. Today, we will talk about how to keep him engaged and tickle him time to time. To keep a lion, you have to be a lioness. Tips will be deep as we go down, obviously. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Tip 1. Respect his privacy. Privacy is sacred to a Sigma male. He values his personal world, his thoughts, routines, and reflections, as a space where he can recharge and find clarity. A Sigma male guards his inner life carefully. To attract him, you must learn to respect his boundaries without trying to break them. Trust that he will open up when the time feels right, and when he does, it's because you've earned that privilege. Pressing him for details about his past, questioning his whereabouts, or trying to pry into his thoughts will push him further away. Sigma males, by nature, are protective of their autonomy and find intrusion suffocating. Instead, create a relationship built on trust. Let him see that you respect his right to have his own space, mentally, emotionally, and physically. This doesn't mean you can't ask questions or show interest. It means knowing when to step back and let him come to you. Psychologically, respecting someone's privacy fosters secure attachment, where trust is built on freedom, not control. Sigma males thrive in relationships where their independence is valued rather than threatened. Studies show that trust deepens when individuals feel safe to share parts of themselves at their own pace, without fear of judgment or interrogation. As the Stoics teach, we cannot control others, only our responses. Epictetus said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." Respecting his privacy means understanding that trust is not something you demand, it's something you inspire. It's a slow process, like nurturing a seed to grow into something enduring. When you give a Sigma male space to share his life on his terms, you show emotional intelligence and patience. He'll see you as someone who values his boundaries, and in turn, he'll invite you into his private world, a world he shares only with those he deeply trusts. And once you're there, you'll realize how much his privacy was never about shutting you out, but protecting what matters most. Tip 2. Be confident in who you are. Confidence is magnetic, but not in the loud, boastful way many misunderstand it to be. Real confidence is quiet, like still water, deep and unwavering. To attract a Sigma male, you don't need to project superiority or perfection. Instead, you need to carry yourself with a sense of self-assurance that comes from knowing your worth and embracing your imperfections. Sigma males are drawn to those who don't seek validation to feel complete. They admire individuals who stand firm in their values, decisions, and passions without constantly looking over their shoulder for approval. This kind of confidence doesn't scream, "Look at me." Instead, it says, "I know myself, and that is enough." You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to be noticed. Confidence shines through in your actions, your words, and even your silence. Psychologically, confidence is linked to self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to handle challenges and succeed. People with self-efficacy naturally inspire respect and trust because they radiate a sense of calm control. Sigma males who thrive on independence are naturally drawn to this. They see confidence as a reflection of emotional strength and stability, qualities they deeply value. Philosophically, the Stoics teach us to find confidence not in external success, but in mastering our response to life. As Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." True confidence is freeing yourself from the need to constantly prove yourself to others. When you carry yourself with quiet confidence, you show a Sigma male that you are secure in your life and your choices. This isn't about arrogance or dominance. It's about becoming someone who stands tall, whether someone notices or not. It's this unshakable sense of self that draws him closer, for he knows he's found someone who doesn't need him, but chooses him, just as he would. Tip 3. Mystery. You also say this in dating advices for Sigma. It goes both ways. Be mysterious to keep him hooked. It's about creating a rhythm of connection that keeps him intrigued. Instead of revealing everything at once, offer your story piece by piece. Like chapters in a compelling book, let your life unfold naturally, blending openness with a touch of unpredictability. Share meaningful moments, but leave room for curiosity. Let him want to discover more about you, not because you're hiding, but because there's always more depth to uncover. Thoughtful surprises are key. Prepare something unique for him, a book that aligns with his interests, a small handwritten note, or even a moment of quality time he wasn't expecting. These gestures show you're paying attention, that you understand him without needing grand declarations. Push and pull, not in a manipulative way, but in the dance of closeness and space. Spend time with him, then take moments to nurture your own passions, letting him wonder what's next to learn about you. Psychologically, this approach taps into the reward anticipation phenomenon, where the brain values what unfolds gradually. Sigma males, who value depth and discovery, are drawn to people whose stories reveal layers over time. Each piece of your life you share, especially in moments when he's least expecting it, builds a stronger connection. Stoicism teaches us the value of subtlety and timing. As Seneca wrote, "It is quality rather than quantity that matters." A life story told all at once can overwhelm, but when shared with care, it becomes an ongoing journey of mutual discovery. Reveal your love for him in moments of quiet thoughtfulness, when he's least prepared, yet most ready to appreciate it. Perhaps after a meaningful conversation, you tell him how much he inspires you, or during a shared experience, you let him see how much he matters to you. These moments, sprinkled naturally over time, create a bond not based on urgency, but on trust and intrigue. With every piece of yourself you reveal, let him feel he's part of something special, a story worth investing in, not because it's complete, but because it's unfolding beautifully. Tip 4. Balance. To build a lasting connection with a Sigma male, balance is essential. He admires those who are genuine enough to show vulnerability, but strong enough to stand tall in their truth. Vulnerability is not about baring your soul all at once. It's about allowing him to see the real you, gradually, while maintaining your sense of self. It's in sharing your struggles while showing how you've grown from them. Share your fears, your dreams, and even moments of doubt, but do so with the confidence that you're actively working on yourself. This duality, of being open yet resilient, is magnetic to a Sigma male who values depth but detests dependency. He wants a partner who can lean on him in tough times, but also rise independently when needed. Psychologically, vulnerability fosters intimacy and trust, but only when paired with self-assurance. When someone sees you as both strong and human, it creates a dynamic connection where honesty doesn't feel burdensome. Sigma males respect those who are self-aware, not self-defeating, who can admit their flaws without drowning in them. Philosophically, the Stoics believed in accepting life as it is, including the parts that expose our humanity. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. To be vulnerable is not weakness, but an act of courage, showing that you are comfortable enough with yourself to let someone in. For a Sigma male, this balance is compelling. Let him see your strength in how you handle challenges and your vulnerability in the stories behind them. By embracing both sides, you create a connection where he feels safe to do the same, deepening the bond with every shared moment of truth. Tip 5. Sustain the spark. Sigma males are the slow burn type. Attracting a Sigma male is one thing, keeping the connection alive is another. To sustain the spark, focus on fostering a relationship that remains dynamic and evolving. A Sigma male values depth and substance, and his interest thrives in environments where mutual growth and genuine connection take center stage. The key is variety, balanced with consistency. Share new experiences together. Explore hobbies, travel to places he loves, or introduce him to something meaningful from your own life. These shared moments become stories that strengthen your bond. At the same time, maintain your individuality. When you continue to grow as a person, pursuing your goals, discovering new passions, you keep the relationship fresh. Sigma males are drawn to those who challenge and inspire them over time, not those who settle into predictability. Psychologically, this aligns with the novelty effect, where introducing new and stimulating experiences helps maintain excitement in relationships. Sigma males, who often thrive on exploration, appreciate a partner who brings new perspectives and surprises into their world. Even small gestures, a favorite dish, a note left unexpectedly, or an insightful book recommendation can reignite connection in subtle yet profound ways. Stoicism reminds us that relationships, like life, require effort and mindfulness to flourish. As Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." A lasting spark is not the result of fleeting passion, but of consistent, thoughtful actions. Keep the energy alive by balancing intimacy with curiosity, closeness with independence. Let the relationship evolve naturally, and never stop learning about each other. For a Sigma male, this dynamic balance is the foundation of a connection that doesn't just survive, it thrives. Tip 6. Partnership. For a Sigma male, growth is a lifelong pursuit, but true growth thrives with accountability. To deepen your bond and sustain his interest, position yourself not just as a partner in his journey, but as someone who encourages him to stay true to his aspirations. A relationship with accountability woven into it fosters trust, mutual respect, and a deeper connection. Gently offer to hold each other accountable for the goals you set individually or together. This could mean checking in on progress, offering constructive feedback, or even helping him reflect when he feels stuck. However, approach this with care. Cherish their autonomy, and don't respond well to overbearing monitoring. Frame it as a collaboration. Would you like me to remind you or let you handle it yourself? This way you respect his independence while showing your investment in his growth. Psychologically, accountability is tied to goal reinforcement. The presence of someone who supports your aspirations increases the likelihood of success. Studies on personal development show that people who have accountability partners are more likely to achieve their objectives. Sigma males appreciate this dynamic because it aligns with their structured, self-driven nature. Stoicism also speaks to accountability and its emphasis on self-discipline and mutual improvement. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Let each thing you would do, say, or intend be like that of a dying person." This means acting with purpose and encouraging others to do the same. By stepping into this role of a supportive yet non-intrusive partner, you help him stay aligned with his ambitions while nurturing mutual growth. He'll admire your ability to challenge him constructively and see you as someone who shares his dedication to becoming better. And as you grow together, you create a bond that not only sustains the spark, but fuels it with purpose. Tip 7. Respect. Let me end this part 2 with a core deep relationship advice. At the core of any lasting relationship with a Sigma male or anyone is respect. He values independence and individuality, and he needs a partner who recognizes these traits as strengths rather than obstacles. Building mutual respect is about appreciating each other's boundaries, acknowledging each other's contributions, and maintaining a balance of giving and receiving. Respecting him doesn't mean agreeing with everything he says or does. It's about valuing his perspective and addressing disagreements thoughtfully. Challenge him when necessary, but do so with reason, not confrontation. Equally important, expect the same respect in return. Let him know that while you admire his strengths, you also have your own that deserve acknowledgement. A dynamic relationship is one where respect flows both ways, and neither feels diminished by the other. Psychologically, mutual respect fosters relational equality, a foundation where both partners feel valued and heard. Sigma males who reject traditional hierarchies thrive in relationships where their partner is their equal. Respect isn't just about words. It's shown in actions, listening attentively, valuing their time, and recognizing their individuality. Philosophically, Stoicism emphasizes respect for others as part of a harmonious life. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Respect involves not just speaking your truth, but listening deeply to theirs. In practice, this means valuing his need for independence while ensuring your own is respected. Encourage his passions, but don't let yours take a back seat. Celebrate his victories, but expect him to celebrate yours as well. When you treat each other with respect, you create a relationship where both feel valued and free to grow. For a Sigma male, this balance of independence and partnership isn't just attractive, it's essential. Until next time, thanks for watching.